In a historic night for Paris Saint-Germain PSG, the long-awaited dream of winning the UEFA Champions League has finally been realized, marking a transformative chapter in the club's storied history. On May 31, 2025, PSG triumphed over Inter Milan with a resounding 5-0 victory in the final held at the Allianz Arena in Munich, ending a 32-year drought for French clubs in Europe's premier competition. The iconic trophy was lifted by captain Marquinhos, but the star of the night was undeniably 19-year-old Desire Doue, who not only scored twice but also provided an assist, earning him the UEFA Man of the Match honor. Javier Pastore, PSG's first major signing after the club was taken over by Qatar Sports Investments in 2011, was present to witness the momentous occasion. As he handed the trophy to Marquinhos, there was a palpable sense of nostalgia and fulfillment, as Pastore had once been seen as the potential savior of the club. "We are rewriting the history not just of this club but French football, European football," Doue proclaimed, capturing the essence of the night's significance. The victory was a culmination of years of effort and ambition, particularly following the acquisition of superstars like Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe. However, both players were unable to deliver the Champions League title during their tenure. Mbappe's departure to Real Madrid last summer intensified the pressure on PSG to find new talent capable of leading them to glory. In a twist of fate, it was the young and relatively unknown Doue who emerged as the hero, reflecting a shift in PSG's strategy towards nurturing homegrown talents. Doue's performance was nothing short of remarkable. He opened the scoring by turning a defense-splitting pass into a goal for Achraf Hakimi, and then showcased his composure with a second goal that underscored his maturity beyond his years. "Wonderful, magical," Doue described his experience, while PSG's coach Luis Enrique expressed pride in his team's evolution into a cohesive unit capable of competing at the highest level. Supporting his rise was Ousmane Dembele, who was named the 2024-25 UEFA Champions League Player of the Season for his pivotal role throughout the tournament, contributing 8 goals and 6 assists. His leadership on the pitch was instrumental in guiding the younger players, including Doue, through the pressures of knockout football. "It's an unbelievable feeling. I am proud of the journey we went on," Dembele stated, underlining the emotional weight of their accomplishment. As PSG basked in the glory of their victory, the triumph also signifies a broader shift in European football dynamics. Clubs like PSG and Barcelona, both fielding younger teams, are redefining the competition's landscape. PSG's investment in youth, exemplified by their €50 million acquisition of Doue from Rennes, indicates a strategic pivot towards building a sustainable future rather than relying solely on high-profile signings. The implications of this victory extend beyond PSG. The success of the young French talents resonates with fans and aspiring footballers alike, inspiring a new generation. As Doue gazed into the reflection of the Champions League trophy, he saw not only the culmination of his efforts but also the future of a club reborn in ambition and vision. Looking ahead, PSG is poised to build on this success, with a renewed focus on developing talent that can sustain their competitive edge in Europe. The foundations laid by this year's campaign suggest that PSG's pursuit of glory has only just begun, signaling a promising future for both the club and French football as a whole. The Champions League trophy's arrival in Paris is not just a victory, it's a beacon of hope and ambition, lighting the way for what is yet to come. As the dust settles on another competitive Premier League season, the football world shifts its focus to the summer transfer window, which has opened earlier than usual due to the upcoming Club World Cup. This unique 10-day window allows all Premier League clubs to make signings before the tournament kicks off in the United States on June 14. With the market poised for activity, clubs are gearing up to strengthen their squads ahead of the new season, igniting a flurry of speculation about potential transfers and financial strategies. The early window has already seen notable moves such as Real Madrid's acquisition of Trent Alexander-Arnold from Liverpool, signaling the urgency many clubs feel as they prepare for the challenges ahead. With just 75 days until the Premier League's next campaign, teams are keen to bolster their rosters, and financial constraints from the profit and sustainability rules (PSR) will play a significant role in shaping their strategies. The PSR limits clubs to losses of £105 million over a 3-year period, a figure that decreases by £22 million each season a club spends outside the Premier League. This regulation is designed to promote financial health among clubs but also places pressure on teams to navigate their budgets wisely. Certain expenditures such as investments in infrastructure, youth academies and community initiatives do not factor into these calculations, offering clubs some leeway. Arsenal is among the clubs with considerable financial flexibility this summer. After posting record revenues of £616 million for the 2023-24 season, the Gunners are poised to make impactful signings. They have already secured a £51 million deal for Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad, and football finance expert Kieran Maguire suggests Arsenal could spend upwards of £200 million without breaching PSR regulations. If a striker is not signed, it cannot be blamed on PSR, he stated, emphasizing the club's financial health. In contrast, Aston Villa faces a more challenging outlook after failing to qualify for European competition, which has put them under financial stress. After a reported loss of £206 million over the past 2 years, the club's ability to invest is limited, with projections suggesting a spending range of £50 to £100 million. Their reliance on past profits from player sales such as Jack Grealish's departure adds further complexity to their financial situation. Newcastle United, having secured a Champions League spot, looks well positioned to strengthen their squad significantly. The club's recent successes, including a Carabao Cup victory, have bolstered their financial standing, allowing them to capitalize on recent player sales. Meanwhile, Liverpool, having been more moderate in their transfer dealings in recent years, are signaling an intent to invest heavily this summer with targets like Florian Wirtz from Bayer Leverkusen. Manchester United has made headlines by agreeing to a deal for Brazilian forward Matheus Cunha from Wolves, marking a strategic shift towards building a more functional squad. The deal, which is pending visa approval, signifies United's commitment to pursuing players who offer adaptability and work ethic, reflecting a new recruitment philosophy under Sir Jim Ratcliffe's ownership. With Chelsea's lavish spending in recent seasons, their future investment strategy hangs in the balance, particularly regarding the Premier League's response to their recent financial maneuvers. The Blues could see significant spending flexibility if the sale of their women's team to parent company Blueco is approved, potentially allowing them to invest another £200 million. However, if these transactions are scrutinized, Chelsea may need to offload players before making new acquisitions. Bournemouth, despite having the lowest matchday revenue in the league, has managed to turn significant sales into potential reinvestments of around £100 million. Brentford and Brighton also find themselves in strong financial positions, with both clubs likely to continue their trend of smart recruitment rather than splurging on high-profile signings. Brighton in particular has profited significantly and may spend heavily if necessary, though they remain committed to their established model of identifying lesser-known talents. As the transfer window unfolds, promoted clubs like Sunderland are eager to make their mark with financial stability, allowing for more substantial investments than in previous seasons. Conversely, clubs like Everton and Fulham must navigate tighter budgets due to their historical expenditures and current wage-to-revenue ratios, making lucrative signings less feasible. As clubs continue to assess their financial health and the evolving landscape of the Premier League, this summer's transfer window promises to be an exciting period. With a blend of strategic investments, key player acquisitions, and the looming influence of financial regulations, the decisions made now will undoubtedly shape the narratives of the coming season. As the clock ticks down to the start of a new campaign, all eyes will be on how these clubs manage their resources and the impact of their summer strategies on the pitch. In a significant shift within Serie A, Gian Piero Gasperini has stepped down as head coach of Atalanta after a transformative 9-year tenure. His departure marks the end of an era for the Bergamo-based club, during which he successfully elevated Atalanta from mid-table obscurity to a formidable presence in European football, culminating in a Europa League victory in the 2023-24 season. Gasperini, now 67, took charge of Atalanta in 2016 when the club had not seen a top-half finish in Serie A for nearly a decade. Under his leadership, Atalanta not only secured a top-8 position for 9 consecutive seasons but also clinched a historic third-place finish in the latest campaign. The club's statement on Gasperini's exit reflected a blend of gratitude and understanding, recognizing his desire for new challenges while emphasizing the enduring respect between the coach and the club. After so many years spent together, we felt it was our duty to respect his desire to seek new stimuli. Fans of Atalanta expressed their discontent regarding the news of Gasperini's departure, with demonstrations in the streets of Bergamo displaying messages such as "Gasperini must stay." This passionate outpouring underscores the strong connection he forged with the club and its supporters during his time there. Gasperini's coaching journey began at Juventus Youth Academy before he assumed first-team roles at clubs including Crotone and Genoa, where he initially made his mark. His stint at Inter Milan in 2011 was notably short-lived, lasting only 5 games before he was dismissed. However, his revival at Atalanta was undeniable, guiding the team through over 400 matches and leading them to their first trophy in more than 6 decades. While Gasperini's departure has sent ripples through Atalanta's fanbase, the Serie A landscape is also witnessing critical changes at Inter Milan. Following a disappointing season marked by a heavy 5-0 defeat to Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League final, head coach Simone Inzaghi's future appears uncertain. Despite Inter's previous successes under his leadership, including a Serie A title and multiple domestic cups, the team's lackluster performance in the UEFA final raised serious questions about his tactical decisions and team cohesion. Inzaghi's approach during the final has been heavily criticized, with Italian media outlets rating his performance poorly. The coach faced backlash for questionable substitutions and a failure to motivate the team adequately. "He understands nothing about PSG's rotations and pressures," lamented a report from La Gazzetta dello Sport, highlighting the depth of discontent surrounding his strategies. Amidst these challenges, Inzaghi's potential exit from the club has stirred rumors linking him to Saudi Arabian side Al Hilal, which reportedly offered a lucrative contract. As discussions about his future loom, both he and the Inter management face crucial decisions that could reshape the club's direction. Meanwhile, Napoli continues to bask in the glory of their recent Scudetto win, a feat achieved despite the mid-season departure of star forward Kvaratskhelia to PSG. Kvaratskhelia, who played a pivotal role in Napoli's title run, expressed pride in his former team's success, stating, "I'm really counting it the Serie A title because I was a Napoli player and played 17 games. I always watched their games and they deserved to win." As Serie A teams gear up for the summer transfer window and the impending Club World Cup, the developments at both Atalanta and Inter Milan signal a period of transition and potential upheaval. With Gasperini's departure and Inzaghi's uncertain future, the upcoming months promise to be pivotal for these clubs as they navigate the complexities of squad rejuvenation and managerial changes in pursuit of further success on both domestic and European fronts.